even with respect to the VAT tax that we have inevitably had to make a proposal to increase from 5 to 7.5%, there has been great care to ensure that the poor and vulnerable do not suffer. Even the exemption list, the items, with the basic items that most of the people consume, the exemption list has been expanded, and then a new introduction, which is establishing a threshold for businesses to whom the VAT will apply. So the small businesses will be exempt. That did not exist in the current VAT. So under the current VAT regime, even the woman selling by the roadside was supposed to charge VAT. So of course, it's one thing to generate the revenues and the other to manage expenditures effectively. And you will have heard also in Mr. President's speech certain measures that he's taking and directed to ensure that we manage our expenditures more effectively. Personnel cost has become our single largest expenditure item by far, and so you had a number of measures to make sure that we can keep that under control so that it does not crowd out our capacity to invest in infrastructure.
Even at that, some people are protesting. They believe it's insensitive of this government at a time when there are no real serious palliative measures. When you talk about the common man, the man on the street, with regard to the tax regime that you're trying to introduce, and they believe that in countries like the UK, the
consumption tax, you only pay it when you consume the items that it applies to. So, for instance, you go to the market, buy your food, ingredients, go home and you cook your food. Nobody is charging you VAT. You go to a restaurant, sit down there and eat there, they charge you VAT. The common man doesn't go to expensive restaurants to go and eat. So let's not make this look like it's something that has anything to do with the common man.
Baby food, baby milk?
All of those are exempt. They are currently exempt, and even as I said, the exemption list has been expanded.
So for an economy that
yes.
What would you say is the inspiring thing in this budget that you have brought out?
First of all, this budget is designed to also sustain expenditure, okay, and that's why it still remains an expansionary budget. It still has still a deficit budget because government believes that there's a need to drive expenditure, which then that's how you stimulate growth in the economy. As people spend, businesses can generate more revenues and more profit, and they invest more and they hire more people. The best way to take people out of poverty is to put them in jobs.
Now, certain analysis